Namaste. I'm Swati. So, are you someone who has been wondering what's really happening with gold? Have you been wondering whether it is the correct time to invest? Should you wait or should you sell the investments that you have in gold? Are you completely, or are you someone who's not able to completely understand what's really happening in this world called gold? So if you have any of these questions, you should watch this video towards till the end. So we are going to tell you some very basic details about what is gold, what is the basic dynamics, when does it rise, when does it fall, and whether it is a good time to invest in gold. So let's start going. What really is gold? It's obviously a metal. Why is there so much talks of gold? So gold has been a commodity for years and years to come, which can actually replace the currency of any country. And that is why gold is so important. Now, traditionally, gold has not been so high. A very, very interesting thing I found while doing research on this topic was that did you know that gold was only 5,000 rupees till year 2000? Yes, just 5,000 rupees, like only 5,000 rupees. But between the decade of 2000 to 2010, and we all know what happened in that decade. So the major recession had hit that decade. That one decade took the gold from 5,000 rupees to actually 18,000 rupees. So that basically means it actually went up by almost 4 times. So one big recession had created that change in gold. So that, and hence, a very basic principle that we can accept is that every time there is a crisis of any kinds which creates a big impact on the economy of the whole country or the world, gold will rise. Point A. So every time you see in near future that there could be a crisis in the world or anything that can affect too many countries at one go, or even if it affects your country in a major way, there will be rise in gold prices. Now let's go to rule number 2. So this, as per the second rule, continuing whenever there is a recession or crisis in any country, what really happens is that there is a huge fall in demand of overall products. So even if you see in our country today, because of the pandemic crisis that we are going through, there is a big fall in the demand, overall demand of everything. So we are shopping less, we are eating less out. So the demand has gone down. And hence, all the banks have excess supply of money. So what does government do? Government says, और तुम लोन लो, मैं पैसे interest rate कम कर देता हूँ. So the government will start reducing the interest rate to push more and more money in the market so that people buy more, to create more, to make money so easy for us so that we go out and buy more. Now in such situations, what happened? A lot of investors actually invest in government bonds or fixed deposits, etc. So even people like us, we invest in fixed deposits and bonds. So when we see fixed deposit is hardly any interest and it's not giving us like 4-5% is nothing, right? So in such situations, people start looking for more opportunities, and gold becomes a very good investment tool in such situations. And so there you go, gold rises again. Now the third element which helps gold grow up is the share market. Again, with any such crisis, all interest rates going down, the share markets will always be very choppy. When I say choppy, it means suddenly it will go very up, suddenly it will crash. So there is no proper prediction that people see in equity share market, and so they think कि मेरा पैसा यहाँ डूब जाएगा. तो क्योंकि वो पैसे डूबने का डर आ जाता है, there is a fear in our minds that my money in equity shares may just completely become zero. People start selling equity and start buying gold. So because of these huge economic crises, whenever there is an economic crisis like these, always gold prices and also silver and so precious metal prices will rise. So basic mantra you should be very clear of. So now let me summarize some goods and bads of gold for you. Gold is extremely liquid. You can convert it into cash at any point of time. Just go to any jewelry store and you can convert it into cash. Second, even if you don't convert it into cash, it can immediately be converted into jewelry. So there is an in-house consumption that all of us have. If I have an X amount of gold, I can always make a good piece of jewelry for myself or for my family. So there is consumption inside. Third, it beats inflation. The supply of money, it depends on the country how much they want to print the notes, but gold being a national commodity, it's very, very limited. And so that it beats inflation. And the fourth good thing about gold is that it is always opposite of equity share markets. If equity share markets are going down, gold will rise. If equity share markets are going up, gold will go down. So this is actually, it acts as a buffer in your portfolio. अगर आपने आधे पैसे इक्विटी में डाल रखे हैं और आधे गोल्ड में डाल रखे हैं तो ऐसा कभी भी नहीं होगा कि आपको पूरा नुकसान है. You will always have something which is giving you profits. So this works as it has a reverse relationship with equity. Now let's understand some of the bad things that gold have. It is very difficult to store it. If you have bought gold in physical form, it's very difficult to store it. It requires space, or it has security issues. Let's even, God forbid, it can just be stolen very easily. So, and there's no way to track it कि वो gold आपका था या किसी और का. So it can be stolen very easily. There are no tax benefits that you receive when you sell gold. So there is tax benefits when you buy a property. If you take home loan, there is tax benefits. So for most of the investments that we do, there is tax benefit. But for gold, there is no tax benefit. The fourth thing is that if you actually go and convert it to jewelry, there is a very high making charges that we have to face. And who better knows than us Indians? So that's one. And also, I think the fourth negative about gold is that it doesn't gives you a regular income. अगर आपने 1 किलो गोल्ड लेके अपनी अलमारी में रख दिया, it will not give you any amount every month or yearly. However, even if you invest in shares, they'll give you dividends. Right? So there is some amount of income, the regular income that you can create out of equity, but for gold, there is nothing like these. So these are some of the goods and bads that you should know about gold. Now let's come to the final stage of this video, which talks about whether this is the correct time to invest or not. Now, in the past 1 year, gold has actually gone up it has been a crazy run. From odd 34,000 rupees, it has crossed 50,000 rupees. So the graph is there for you. So if you see, there's a huge increase of gold prices that has happened in this particular year. The main reason for this is the pandemic. Now, this pandemic has obviously created a lot of turmoil in the economic world, which has impacted the interest rate, which has impacted the equity share market, and hence the gold prices are rising because there is suddenly a huge demand for gold. सब बोल रहे हैं कि मैं इक्विटी शेयर्स में पैसा नहीं लगाऊंगा, वहां के पैसे बेच के मैं सोने में लगा दूंगा, because ये safe investment है. It is assumed as a very safe investment. So suddenly everyone is investing in gold, and that is why the prices are rising like crazy. So this 1 year has been a crazy run, and it is expected that in the next 3 to 6 months, there will be some more increase in prices. Now, how much will be the increase of prices? It would be more than 5 to 10% from the current ratio. Now, that's a huge one, but it could just be 3 to 4% also. So, I personally think that for any investment, it should not be very, very speculative. Money takes a lot of effort to earn, so any investment you do should be with a lot of caution. So, what should we do? Let's first understand, why do you want to invest in gold? Do you want to invest in gold because you want to make sudden short-term money? Then this is not a good time to invest. You may make some 5% up roughly, but you may lose also, because it may just happen that there could be a vaccine announced in the next 1 week, and then gold will not remain that exciting. It will not glitter that much as it is glittering today. So that's one. So if you want to invest and make money in the short term, it's a very, very high risk business, but the returns are not going to be too big, because the returns, it has already had the run that it wanted to. There is some steam left, however. Now, in the second case, if you want to diversify your portfolio, some investment is there in equity and mutual funds and fixed deposits and liquid funds, and you want to invest some money in gold. So we have spoken about in detail about how you should diversify your portfolio. The link is given there in the link is given here for you. So if you want to diversify your portfolio into gold, there is always a good time. Break the money, make an SIP, create an SIP. We will talk in another video as to how to create gold ETFs. So create gold SIPs and start investing. There is never a wrong time to invest in SIPs because there will be an averaging effect you will enjoy. Now third, if you are buying gold because down the line you want to convert it into jewelry for any expected requirement you may have in your family, you may again break it into some section. Buy a little bit of it. Buy about 10-20% of it in the current time. And with every dip that you see, start buying it. But remember, this 50,000 of gold can actually go down to 40,000 also as soon as there is a pandemic, as soon as there is a solution to this pandemic. So be prepared for that. But what if it doesn't come down? And hence, to solve that problem, invest some amount right now and keep a tab of the prices that gold is. If you see a huge drop in the prices, invest again. But if you see that 50 has gone up to 50, 52, 53, it's okay, you can wait. If it's gone up to 55, maybe you can invest another section, portion of your money. And similarly, so divide it, invest it into brackets. But always remember, I personally think that gold would come down because it is just a reaction to the pandemic that people have started buying gold. So it is just a matter of a vaccine coming in, and hence we will see a very strong correction in gold prices. So remember, your money is very precious. Do not throw it away anywhere and everywhere you want to. There could be a rush in the market, but do not invest in gold if you don't want to invest in gold. So what I mean that if you do not invest in gold unless you are actually looking to invest in the metal and not just make some short-term money. So that's my suggestion from my side. You can always reach out to our website link, theprimecfo.in. The link is given for you again. We would love to hear you. You can always send us your suggestions, feedback, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Because maybe by sharing this video, you will just help a friend of yours who's still struggling with the decision of buying or not buying gold. So let's hope this glittering video helps you in making your decision about gold. Signing off, I'm Swati Singhania. Namaste. Have a good day.